most vital challenge to international peace and security facing my generation is the lack of education and awareness of current global issues.
The youth have been marginalized from not taking part in leadership roles and also in decision making.
Democracy is a dream of many developing world.
The only way that we can overcome this if UN security urges the developing countries to give out humanitarian aid such as education.
What I want the United Nations to do and the international community to uprise the youth.
The youth are informed and have the skills to carry on with the leadership roles if given the opportunity.
As a young Tunisian citizen, I believe that the social challenge we need to concentrate most on is eliminating unemployment. This issue is keeping a great deal of qualified young people from putting their intellectual strengths, diversified talents, and rich education into good use, thus depriving them from a successful and stable future.
I believe that the greatest problem facing my generation is lack of sustainable renewable energy to supplement fossil fuels. Most of the fossil fuel reserves are situated in Africa and Asia. As the energy consumption increases and American and European reserves start depleting, there will be much greater interest of the superpowers to secure energy resources from the third world countries. I'm afraid that this dependence on fossil fuels will affect all other foreign policy issues and dominate international relations.
The greatest threat to the planet is water scarcity, caused by global warming and within that, water conflict, the fight to obtain control of the Earth's water sources. We are living in a time when we know that the percentage of drinking water in the globe is shrinking, and in places, especially third world countries, water has become an important resource, and its role will increase the more it runs out, because it is necessary to the survival of mankind.
Lisa and Mark went to school together. After their studies, both of them ended up at the same office, doing the exact same amount of work. But little does she know that she is earning up to 30% less. Why? Because she's a woman. This is Sonia. She must be submissive to survive. Should Sonia really have to choose between survival and enjoying basic human rights? Why is she forced into sex and work slavery, arranged marriage, or human trafficking? Why? Because she's a woman. This is Helisha. Why? Because she's a woman. There are 7 billion people on our planet. Half of them are women. Don't waste the potential. Empower women so they can make a difference.
لا نريد حربا، نريد السلام. من حقنا التعليم.
نشتي الأمن والسلام، خلاص احنا نشتي السعادة لأطفال اليمن، تعبنا.
ولمن له الرأي في هذا الموضوع أن ينشر السلام والأمن للأطفال خاصة.
We want peace, only peace.
Peace, we want peace.
מלחמות. על מה מלחמות?
על כסף, כבוד, שליטה.
למה זה ככה?
מאיפה זה נובע?
למה אי אפשר פשוט להסתדר?
ככה זה אנחנו.
זה הטבע שלנו, הוא חזק מאיתנו, הוא שולט בנו.
אלפי שנים ניסינו לחיות בשלום.
אבל פשוט לא הצלחנו. גם אנחנו היינו ככה. אבל אנחנו גילינו את הסוד.
מצאנו את הפתרון לשלום.
אנחנו צריכים לראות את האדם שלידי.
קצת, לפחות קצת.
יותר טוב ממני.
זה לא פשוט, בכלל לא.
אבל זה הפתרון היחידי.
אין פתרון אחר.
רק לראות בשני אדם.
My generation uses Facebook, Twitter, and other social networking sites as our primary use of communication in this day and age. On September 11, 2001, planes attacked our country. Many of us did not see it coming. As of now, many of us do not see cyber terrorism being a big issue. What I want the United Nations Security Council to do is to prioritize cyber terrorism.
In addition to the wars, conflicts and tensions that are happening today, our generation will face more dangerous, destructive and maybe non-negotiable challenges to international peace and security. First, the world is running out of water. A human cannot live without water for more than 3 days, which means he will kill whomever he can to acquire water. Absence of water is presence of peace and conflicts. Second, there are more than 1 billion people living under poverty line in the world, and they have nothing to lose other than a miserable life, which means they will be easily recruited to wars and conflicts. Third, natural resources will create conflicts if they will not be divided equally. Lastly, unemployment and absence of political participation will lead to wars and insecurity. Spreading democracy is the solution, but only through peaceful means. Maybe working on achieving the Millennium Development Goals is a good start to solve these issues. Thank you.
我觉得人跟大自然的关系对国际和平与安全是最重要的。为了地球，我们必须有可持续发展和自然保育。Chaque jour, il y a des conflits pour l'accaparement des ressources naturelles. Les pays luttent pour savoir qui a le droit de polluer. Notre santé est sous la menace croissante d'un environnement dégradé. En el futuro, no quiero tener que mirar en los ojos de mis hijos y decirles que nunca serán capaces de ver a los tigres o de visitar las Maldivas. Ni quiero explicarles por qué hay gente que lucha para agua limpia. My generation has the right to a healthy, protected planet and to healthy, protected bodies. But we also have the responsibility of protecting this earth and of ensuring that our descendants can enjoy it. Before we can truly have peace in the world, we have to learn how to respect this earth.
As a citizen in this world, I believe that religious and political polarization is one of the challenging issues facing my generation. This is a result of having separated political agendas. This situation gives a chance for extremism and violence to rise in front of an absence of a collective efforts to bridge the gap between nations and between countries. The Israelis and the Palestinians have been fighting against each other over 60 years, a conflict that shed the blood of thousands of humans and still affecting our daily life. The solution of this conflict will bring peace to the Middle East region and will be a model to promote peace in other parts of the world. I really want to see this area peaceful one day.
We only have 1 minute.
1 minute.
Enough time to send a text.
Check my email.
Enough time to shoot this video.
1 minute is enough time to tell you.
That since 1996, 6 million people.
6 million.
6 million people
have died in the Democratic Republic of Congo.
1 minute is enough time to tell you.
That the coltan keeping my cell phone,
my laptop,
this camera from overheating,
is the mineral at the center of a human rights disaster in the Democratic Republic of Congo. We only have 1 minute.
1 minute.
To tell you that as the world's most powerful citizens have stood by
clergy,
nurses,
mothers,
musicians,
lose their families,
lose their homes,
lose their lives
to unspeakable violence.
We only have 1 minute.
1 minute.
For what we want to know.
What we want to know.
What we want to know is
what happens in the next 60 seconds. Our minute is up. Yours starts now.